So, what's
Uh,
up, man?
how you doing? Yeah, I know you. Appreciate you for being on the show,
Mhm.
and appreciate you, wanting to be on the show and talk about the new artists.
Mhm.
So thank you for introducing me for like Xavier Omar, Jordan Smith, stuff
Mhm.
like that. Yeah. What do you think about like hybrid artists, like kind of mixing hip hop, R&B?
I think it was cool. I think it was cool at one point. I think we're getting to the point now where it's getting a little bit oversaturated. So
Yeah,
like I'm I grew up on a lot of you know older R&B and soul, So now you got a lot of, Drake's where it's not even
yeah,
like real singing, it's like mid, or
yeah,
you melodically talking but you're not really singing. So
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm too old. I sound like my dad now. You know what I'm saying? But it
Yeah,
is what it is.
yeah, and we always say, like music back then, that was real music. Like
Mm-hmm.
90, like if you talk about Joe and the person,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, a lot of the person that people don't want to talk about now, R. Kelly. We say, we always say that's real music, but I feel there's no such thing as just like real music. I think it depends on what area you're in that you feel that's real music. So
Yeah,
what do you think? Yeah. What do you think
yeah.
about that?
I think it's you might be onto something. I mean, it's basically preference to your era. You know what I'm saying? Music is subjective. So I mean, what I may not like some, the next person may like it. So
Yeah.
it's kind of it's one of those type of deals. And like I said, got to the point where I sound like my pop. Like, man, y'all young whippersnappers don't know nothing about no R&B or no real soul.
Yeah.
Um, I think it's different though, because as us being millennials, like we
Mhm.
got, I think we're a little spoiled because we grew up listening to what our parents used to listen to, which was like 80s, early 90s music, to
Yeah.
where now we've seen all the transitions since then, like 90s, the 2000 early 2000s was an era to what we
Mm-hmm.
got now. You know what I'm saying? We've seen music change like
Yeah.
drastically, you know.
Yeah.
So I think that's one thing that's real special for us to kind of see it all
Yeah.
happen. So it's a little different.
Yeah. And then they talked about things, but now I feel like they're more direct at talking about it, and they have interesting concepts as well. Like they talk about sex and stuff like that, but it's
Mm-hmm.
also kind of like a creative way to talk about it, you know. And
You talking about like
we can go through
based off of like now, or you talking about from back then?
yeah, from back then, like they talked about
Okay.
love, stuff like that, but I feel now they have a more creative concept as far as talking about those, issues or those subjects.
Mm,
How you
okay.
feel about that?
I think like for us, like I think it's more so okay. So the contrast with now, I think everything's a lot more blunt and open now, rather than
Yeah.
back then. A lot of things was censored, you know. So
Oh,
a lot of things they couldn't say back then that they say now. So
yeah, that's
that's
true.
what really the real difference is. So you
That
had
is
to
a
be creative with the writing, rather than now you don't have to be so creative because it's whatever is out there. You gonna get what I say,
yeah, yeah,
So that's just a different. That's a difference. But I
yeah,
feel like being that it is that case, we've lost touch of the art form of writing.
yeah,
When you're writing lyrics, I do think it has to be some thought to it. It doesn't. Not everything has to be dumbed down to the point where you dumb it down to where everybody gets it. But what point? Where is the artistry in that? You
hmm
know. So
Yeah.
that I'm big on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And so we're gonna get straight into these artists. They pretty good artists. They all creative.
Compliments to me.
Huh?
I said compliments to me. You know.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, appreciate you introducing me to these artists. I knew
Mhm.
Ro James and BJ the Chicago Kid, but I wasn't too familiar with the other three. I've heard
Mhm.
of them before, but I didn't really listen to them that much.
Mhm.
And so we're gonna go into Division, that group Division, and
Mhm.
you know, they based out of Canada,
Mhm.
and you know, I don't know if you're familiar with the production of 1985. Like a lot of he produced a lot of stuff in the past for different people, and I think Daniel Dell he's a pretty good vocalist. I like how he
Yeah.
yeah yeah he said yeah
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah yeah, and that I
Um.
see that they fuse a lot of hip hop and R&B kind of together, you know, and
They kind
they
of do.
like,
They take some rock concepts too, like subject matters, and they kind of
yeah
introduce that too, and kind of make it hip hop. You know, because
yeah
they just did that with "Use Somebody."
uh-huh
They kind of took some of that, like
hmm
"Use Somebody" from well, I forgot what that group name is, that rock group. But they took some of those lyrics and fused it with theirs, and
hmm
you know,
yeah
wasn't my cup of tea, but I see where they were
yeah.
trying to go.
And especially on that song "Too Deep," it got really that Aaliyah vibe or Genuine "So
Mhm,
Anxious" kind of
mhm,
rhythm. And I
mhm,
like that. You know, basically they talk about sex. You know, it got in too deep and stuff like that.
mhm. Nah, I mean, I do like some of the it's more so for me, it's a production for them. I like the
hmm
production that they got.
Yeah.
The way the vocals and how he expresses, you know what I'm saying? Um,
hmm
I don't. He's very good studio guy. You know,
hmm
live. I heard him live. It's like eh.
Yeah.
As far as studio wise, I mean, dude's all right. And then like, I mean, you know, he's trying to be like his Maxwell, and we got this very light, fluttering voice where he always sings a lot of falsetto.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, you know, pretty much like a crooner, like a Robin Thicke or a lot
Yeah.
of these other guys. You know, real soft, those soft tone,
Yeah. I
smooth
get that.
guys.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They're more of
But
like they're more of like melodic sense instead of
hmm hmm
skillful. Yeah.
yeah, I do think a lot of his tones and the way he sings does complement the production.
Yeah.
So I think that's where it works out. I don't listen to them so much for just like, you know, if I want to hear like pure singing, you know what I'm saying? It's more so like, okay, like say I'm riding down late at night, that's the
hmm
type of stuff I probably go and listen to, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of production these days got like a simple vibe to it. It's not a whole lot of complex stuff. It's complex, but it's simple at the same time. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So we're gonna talk about Georgia Smith. I
Mhm.
think she's a pretty good artist. She's very versatile in her songs, and I think sometimes like if you're too creative or you too versatile, they kind
Mhm.
of put on the side, like especially the labels, they kind
Yeah.
of put you on the side if you're too creative. So what do you feel about that, like labels doing that?
See, you're the wrong person to ask because I feel like in 2021, why are you signed to a label anyway? You
Yeah, true.
know, like
Yeah.
with the knowledge that we have, that's why I said we done seen everything. With the knowledge that we have, bro, I mean, I
Yeah.
understand you taking the money from a label. I mean, you
hmm
know, it's hard to just turn that down. But
hmm
like, man, listen, bro, I I don't think I could, you know, compromise the control over my craft over some
Yeah.
money, man. And I think that's another issue. But
Yeah.
hey, I think you like Georgia Smith better than I did. She's cool. She did.
Yeah.
She's cool. I feel like I've heard her before, or
Yeah.
just like,
What's up, Steve? I see you up here.
oh, what's going on, man? Um, I think I liked him. I liked her. I liked her in a couple of songs. I think
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get past her influences because I hear it deep within her voice. Like I said, I hear Amy
Yeah.
Winehouse or
Yeah.
what's another good one, like Emily Sandé. Like
She
those.
sounds kind of like on reggae stuff. She sounds like Rihanna, like that tone.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
yeah.
and I still think she's trying to find her lane a little bit, like what she wants to truly do. Like
Mm-hmm.
that first joint I sent, it's on the first joint of her album, the Lost and Found. The production
Yeah.
on that was nice. Loved it.
Yeah.
I said, yo, you stay right here, like right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like stuff like that. But like when
Yeah.
the way she, you know what I'm saying, she goes into these other things that she does, and I'm like, mm,
Yeah.
mm, I don't know.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know.
She kind of like back down that song you talking about. It's kind of like that Korean Belly Ray type
Mm-hmm.
vibe. Kind of like
Mm-hmm.
subtle. Like you listen to it, like you just vibing. You're not really doing it, just chilling, driving or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Uh, yeah, it's like it's hard to put her in a box. Sometimes you gotta find your own lane, and I
Yeah,
feel she's still trying to find her own lane as far as her creativity,
yeah,
and
that's
that's
a fact.
that's that's kind of a struggle for a lot of artists. They try to find their own lane as far as their artistry. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, and honestly, for me, it took me a while to like figure out exactly. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I want to do. As far as artistry wise, you know what I'm saying. I've done a lot of different things. I've done things with back then, but it's more so like she'll get it. You know what I'm saying. You just take a lot of living.
yeah,
So.
yeah, that's true. Then
Hmm.
Ro James, he been out for a little while, than the other
Yeah.
artists. But
Yeah.
I think he got a unique tone. He kind of got that Prince vibe as far as the
Hmm.
way he sang and the way he expressed himself vocally. And I like when I first heard Permission. That was a pretty good song.
Oh
It
yeah.
kind of yeah,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
kind of got that Prince vibe. Like I need your permission. Like telling the girl like
Hmm.
anytime you want it, you can. I need your permission.
Shoot,
Yeah.
hey, the I love you joint that I showed you, that's
Uh-huh.
real Prince-ish. Like the way he came in with those synths, and I was
Oh
like, oh yeah, this is Prince right here all day. But
yeah, and yeah,
I like the creativity that he has. I think vocally, not a very strong vocalist, but like the creativity that he has,
yeah,
along with the creativity with his lyrics. Oh yeah,
yeah.
that definitely makes him stand out. I like him on that joint Touchy Philly. Oh man, the beat is infectious, bro. I was like, yo, what is this?
I gotta
Yeah,
listen to that
real
more.
dope.
That song, yeah,
Real dope. So
yeah.
hey, hold on, one second, hold on.
Okay.
Hello. Hi, can I get the 4 for 4? Um, let me get the crispy chicken with add bacon and cheese. What? I said, let me get
Yeah,
the
Rose
crispy.
James. He's definitely inspired by
Add,
Prince.
add bacon, egg, and cheese. I'm not bacon, egg. Add bacon, cheese, and lettuce. Hold on. Oh, okay. Oh, add. Yeah. Bacon, cheese, and lettuce. Lettuce already comes up there. Okay. All right. Then let me get sweet and sour sauce, no salt in the fries, and strawberry lemonade. Yep, and ketchup. That's it. Okay. That's it. Yep. My fault. I was sitting here waiting in line. I'm trying to get my wife something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Somebody said shout out. Steve said shout out to Wendy's.
Yeah, but nah,
Yeah.
bro, James is definitely heavy Prince vibes, but I think he's also kind of stood out because he's definitely tries a lot of different things. Like I've been rocking with him since Pledge of Allegiance. He was talking about Pledge of Allegiance to Your Love. Like
Yeah,
that's real old Ro James, you know.
yeah.
So
And I like the song with Brandy Plan B. I like the way he added her vocals on that
of course you
track.
would like that song. Of course you would.
You know I like Brandy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And produced by DJ Camper. You know, DJ
Mm-hmm.
Camper, he's a big producer now. So
He is. Yeah, man, I enjoyed like a lot of his stuff, especially the newer stuff.
yeah. Yeah.
What up? All right. Yeah. What I'm trying to think. It was another song that I like too from an older joint. I don't know if you got the chance to listen to it. Adidas.
Oh yeah, I like that one. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I talk
Oh,
about that creativity. I was like, I never thought of it in that
yeah.
way. That's crazy. See, I like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that song.
I was like, oh, what is this?
Yeah. And then I really like this artist, Xavier Omar. I like his stuff. And he kind of got that. Yeah, he got that church influence in his harmony and stuff like that. What you feel about him?
I kind of caught wind of him with Blind Man. It kind of threw me for a loop. I had downloaded like a playlist or something from I watch a lot of Clint Coley. He's a comedian or whatever. But I was listening to him and he had this playlist, and I was like, well, shoot, let me copy this and let me listen to it. And it was a song called Blind Man on it. And I listened to him, I was like, man, who is this? You know?
Yeah.
And then I started listening to a lot more of his stuff. This new album he got though, like I can't stop listening. His new album is crazy.
Yeah.
Very, very a lot of tone, like real deep, like like not deep, but like a rich tone about him. Like you can tell, you know what I'm saying? This is like, you know, when I talk about the singers, like the vocalists, he can really sing for real. You know what I'm saying? And that's also that heavy church tone that we was talking about. Yeah, that's definitely with him too.
Yeah. And he also got that kind of like James Leroy tone as well. As far as melody, I feel he got
James Fauntleroy?
Leroy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got that kind of that vibe. And my favorite song that I heard from Xavier Omar is "So Much More." I like that song.
Yeah, very dope wedding song. Yeah, I like that one too.
Yeah. I like that he brings back those like bridges. Like I like when he did the bridge in there. And what do you feel about that? People, artists don't really have bridges in their songs like they used to.
Well, I told you. I mean, it's also that microwave. How we call it? That microwave mentality. You know what I'm saying? Real quick. All these songs are like 2 minutes, 30 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Let me, hold your attention for this much. Not everybody gets into that craft of making bridges, man. So, that's what I'm shooting. That's what like guys like R. Kelly and I hate R. Kelly. I'm not a big fan of his, but
You're like, what is it because of
he has some stuff that I liked, but I'm not like a big, huge fan of his. But like when him and Brian McKnight used to have these bridges in between all their songs, And you know, we've lost place of it, but that's just where we are, you know, musically.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
nah,
Steve.
Xavier Omar is crazy.
Yeah, Steve said right that microwave is a trend. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you know, today's industry, they just want to keep pushing out songs so fast, and they
Mm-hmm.
don't. And way back then, like even when we was younger, like Usher, he used to take like even now they take like 4 or 5 years to work on an album. It's not like they just push an album out every year, every quarter. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's the way it is now. You know. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. There's another song I really like by Xavier. Oh, uh, uh, Field. I think it's called Not Let Me
Like
Know. If you feel
like I feel, like I
like I
feel.
feel, like I feel, like I feel is dope.
I like
Wanting
that.
Me is
Yeah, I
my
like that
joint.
song. Yeah, I like that song. Like I feel, cause it sounds like Marvin Gaye type
Mhm.
vibe. Yeah.
Did you get to listen to Tiny Dust? Tiny Dust is kind of crazy too.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
some of
yeah,
his singers and band was pretty good on that. Yeah.
yeah. Kind of crazy, but
Yeah.
yeah, no, I think he's more so on the rise. I just hope he doesn't start to dumb his stuff down a little bit or trying to
Mm-hmm.
you know, fit whatever your manager or label's trying to do. Because I started seeing that, like, I like Masego, right? Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Masego stands out a lot, but I feel like he's starting to get into that mold where they're trying to mold him into something. Same thing
Yeah.
that's happened with her. People like that song with her and Chris Brown. Not a
Yeah.
fan, bro. Not a fan at all. Cause I was like, man, that's not you.
Yeah.
But but
Yeah.
that's
Even
just the
the
way of how things are, though.
even the artwork of that song, that's not really what
Mm-mm.
she represent.
Nah,
But
man.
yeah.
You know, people grow up though. It is what it is. I ain't gonna knock your hustle. That's just is what it is. You know.
Yeah. And somebody Steve said a song called Surf. Yeah, that's a good song
Oh
too.
yeah, that's a
But
real good song. Real good.
that's a song with Masego on that.
Mhm.
And they both have similar tones on that song as well. They kinda got, that similar tone in their voice.
Mhm.
So
Masego, I just like the way Masego comes in on that song too. Like that where he's pretty much doubled and he comes in and yeah, man, listen. Dude is a monster, bro. His little skinny self, he gonna be something, man.
yeah,
So
yeah. And BJ the Chicago kid, I love his tone. He got like that soulful, churchy tone as well.
very
Um,
much so.
yeah. And
He makes me
yeah.
mad. He makes me mad though, man.
Why you
He
mad at
he cuz bro, like he another one. Like what kind of
yeah,
music are you trying to do, bro? Like what are you doing?
yeah,
Um he's very like very versatile. I like when he gets into these pockets, like these real soulful pockets that he's been in like lately. He has a song with PJ Morton.
yeah.
It's like where he does like a little quartet.
Oh yeah.
Um that
Oh yeah,
that
I saw
joint is
that with
that
King.
joint dope.
Yeah.
hmm The
Yeah.
letter to you,
Yeah,
man. Listen,
yeah, I heard that.
when he get in them pockets, bro, love it.
uh,
When he
yeah.
get into those like kind of poppy type stuff that he be trying to do, I'm like, nah, man, you gotta stay with the soul, bro, because that's just in his
Yeah.
voice. Like,
Yeah.
that's the only thing I can really see like fitting for him. I
Yeah.
do like Players Ball. I will admit that because he got
Hmm.
he got one of the voices you can just slow ride to. Um,
Yeah.
very good when he guest stars on stuff, but when
Yeah.
I mean, you could tell it, Church Boy Chicago. You
Yeah.
hear if I could explain a church boy from Chicago, it would be
Hmm.
BJ the Chicago Kid because that's exactly what he is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I just feel like for him, I just wish he would stay within that soulful pocket, like turning me on, stuff
Yeah.
like
Turn me
that,
on. Yeah. Turn me
bro.
on.
Like when he does stuff like that, man, I'm like, bro, like you could be really like, I don't want to compare him like to D'Angelo, but
It
like you
sounds,
could really get into that groove, like for real. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But and of course that's one of his influences. But
yeah.
what song he got about church and such? Oh,
Sexy,
I got church in the morning.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
such
I like
money
that.
to do drugs. That was cool. That was
Yeah,
cool. But I I don't know. That when you try to fit, you're trying to fit in with the young folks. Not that's cool, but I just feel like he just got one of them old, them old. He need to sing how old he look. He look about 30 in the face,
yeah,
35, 40 in the face. Even though
yeah.
he's probably like younger than that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He sing
Yeah,
how
he
he
look
look.
older. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. No,
but
I
not
like
man.
the cover. I like the covers he did on YouTube as well. He did Black Street, Before I Let You
Mhm.
Go, and some other songs. I forgot the other songs he did, but I like those
Oh, the
covers he did.
East Side High when he does that, that's pretty dope.
Yeah,
Um, and then he did the Leah joint, 1 in a Million. He did that too.
yeah.
But
And I like Jeremiah too. That's on Jeremiah. It kind of got he kind of talked about Jeremiah in the Bible. He said, "Feel like fire shut up
oh
in my
yeah,
mouth."
yeah,
He
yeah, yeah.
he related to the woman like he's so in love with this woman, and he
Mm.
can't he can't be quiet
That,
about the
that was
female.
different. That was
Yeah,
that was definitely different. But I mean, at least he's trying to still hold on to those roots.
yeah,
Of being in church. You know what I'm saying? And then try to
yeah,
make it into a love song. I think that was pretty interesting to do.
yeah. And
Hey man, PJ Morton do it all the time. So I mean, you can't kill
yeah,
him for doing it.
yeah. That's another one. I like PJ Morton. He's
Yeah, but
real
he ain't
talented.
new.
Yeah. What you say?
He don't count. I said he ain't new. He don't count.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know he ain't new, but I like New Cupid as well with Kendrick Lamar. That's
Oh, the
that's
new
pretty.
Cupid. New
Yeah, new.
Cupid is dope. I enjoyed that one too. That was what I tell you about what I say about being um creative with your writing. I thought
Hmm.
that was one of those things. Like that's the stuff I like to see from folks. When
Yeah,
don't just go with throwing everything in your face. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So yeah, I enjoyed that song as well too.
yeah,
So I'm there with you.
yeah,
I'm there with you.
yeah. Yeah. I see somebody put "How Deep Is Your Love" by PJ Morton. Yeah, that was a good cover.
Oh man, here you go. We ain't even talk about PJ no more, man. Get out of here.
Oh,
We talking about new artists,
yeah, yeah, that
not
was a good song. Yeah,
Mhm. But yeah,
oh,
Jonte also had church songs on his albums. So yeah, I
yeah,
feel like don't ever get away from what made you. You know,
yeah,
and I
yeah,
think a lot of people end up doing that.
yeah.
But it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah. That's the next thing I would talk about. How the church influenced R&B because
Mhm.
that's where basically R&B comes from, like church blues and stuff like that. And I feel kind of like church singers sometimes have an advantage because they know about harmonies. They know about like in church you got the sopranos, altos, tenors, and
Mhm.
bass, and it's heavily influenced by church even when people don't notice it. That a lot of these R&B
Very
artists
true.
did come from the church. So
That's very true. Yeah, I mean, you got like I said, it's a lot of guys that's like now. I think that's also another problem too now because they're kind of veering away from that. You don't even see like the guys. A lot of R&B you got to pretty much look for now because everything's ran by rap. Even the rappers are singing now. We didn't think autotune would be as big as it was, but autotune has definitely got everybody
yeah,
singing now. So it's kind of crazy.
yeah,
Oh, you talking about Jonte not new either? I know that. I know that. It was referring to what we were talking about. You
yeah,
came in on the late end. No, that's one of my brothers, but that's kind of like my brother.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah. My boy Wash, he a singer too.
oh, okay.
So, yeah, he was just popping in here.
Yeah, Steve was talking about Dave Hollister, R. Kelly, Aaron Hall, Tank, Carl Thomas. They keep it gospel. Yeah, that's true. And especially Carl Thomas. I heard a story about Carl Thomas when Troy Teller was working with him. Troy Teller told him, you got to cut out some of them church runs because it's R&B. But if you from the church, you can't get away from that church. Singing. No matter how hard you try, you can't separate yourself from that. So
I mean, look at Anthony Hamilton, bro. Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? That's if he ain't church, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna want his shows or you see one of his shows, he definitely is a church guy.
Yeah, yeah. And what do you think about all these rapper singer type people? I think it kind of started like around with Drake and
Yeah,
then later on, Future is like the rapper singer type thing.
Or Drake made it a big thing when he started doing it. So he kind of mixed it and fused it.
Mm-hmm.
And that, just from doing that, and then he started getting all these hooks. And then you start seeing him more and more doing these hooks. And we can't even give Drake all that credit. We gotta give Ja Rule the credit. For real, Ja Rule's the one that was doing all this daggone singing. You know what I'm saying? So, he was the one that started doing all this singing and singing all these hooks. And then 50 came. And then you got Drake. And then you got all these people that are Drake kids now. Yeah. So, Drake is definitely the one that made it a thing. And then he was also writing more so these R&B songs, too. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, he even wrote the joint for Alicia Keys. You can hear it. I was like, dang, Drake is definitely singing his word for word.
Oh, yeah. Unthinkable. That song, Unthinkable.
Unthinkable, yeah. But like I said, I think it's overused. But I think it's so oversaturated now, like the real singers get drowned out. Mm-hmm. And that's like an uphill battle. And now even for the real singers that even come out, they make them trying to do the same thing. Perfect example, Summer Walker. I did not like Summer Walker at first. Because she was pretty much doing that. I'm like, okay, this sounds like every other chick that come out, do that rap sing type thing. But she definitely when I heard her on the Clear joint, the video, I think it was like a it was like a video she did, and it was like 4 songs she did back to back, and she was singing, and I was like, okay, so this is Summer Walker. This is what I like to see more of. So you can start seeing those Erykah Badu influences that are with her, or those soulful influences that she has. So I feel like when you bring that out, that's the true artist, not the commercial. Everything's so commercial and so easy to digest now. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like R&B should be prospering more now based off the fact ain't nobody really going to the club no more, man. We're in a panoramic.
Steve said Nelly is the original Lil X with the country. I don't think.
He's not lying. He's not lying except for the other part, but he's not lying.
Yeah. Yeah. And so these are pretty good artists we were talking about, and like I said, this is a different kind of R&B these days. It's not like what we grew up with, but it's not a completely bad thing, and it's pros and cons about it. But like these younger generations, they don't really they sometimes they lose appreciation for the old R&B, and then vice versa. Like people from my generation, sometimes we don't appreciate the R&B now. So that's kind of
But you know what's crazy? Like, how we used to sample, a lot of our music used to be sampled from those guys that were in the 70s and 80s. Now, it's like, man, you seeing folks sample from the early 2000s. I'm like, wow,
we
bro,
feel old.
Yeah. That's real crazy. You know what I'm saying? You out here sampling Drew Hill. I'm like, bro, just listen to Drew Hill. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
you know?
that's the crazy part. Yeah, that's the crazy part. Yeah, they
Yeah.
sampling Usher now. I'm like, you know, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
like, yeah,
Yeah,
you out here sampling, yeah, like the song Come Through.
yeah,
And
come through.
I'm like, bro, am I this old man? I can't be this old, bro.
Yeah,
You got people sampling the what's that dude's name? I can't even get it together right now. Um, it's a lot of I would say it's a lot of like artists like 2000 early 2000s that people sample now. And I'm like, bro, it
yeah,
wasn't that long ago, you know.
yeah.
But no, it's what it is.
So I knew I was old when Freak Elite was sampled by
Like we
yeah.
you got people sampling Music Soul Child, man. And now like, bro, like, it was
Mhm.
only 2006 I was listening to Take You There back then. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So it's like, bro, like it's
yeah,
crazy out here, you know?
yeah. So what's your favorite artist out of the five that we talked about? Who you think stands out stands out the most?
Uh it's a tie for me.
Hmm.
Um I enjoy right now, I'm enjoying Xavier Omar right now.
Yeah,
Um but Ro James though, bro, I still like the creativity that Ro James has is kind of it's crazy. And like I said, I still go back and listen to that album, that first album he had put out, and even this new album he put out. I think that kind of went under the radar. A lot of
hmm,
stuff goes under the radar, but
hmm,
yeah, the man's really creative. I enjoyed him.
yeah. I think mine's too is Xavier Omar because
Mm-hmm.
he's kind of different from the rest of them, like as far as his sound. And
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, how about Lucky Day? We're gonna talk about him in another episode. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I like Xavier Omar. I think Georgia Smith, she's still finding her sound. She's not yet finding her own lane.
Mm-hmm.
And Division, they good. Like you said, production is more stands out in
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
So I say I go with Xavier Omar overall, but I still have to hear more from him
Mm-hmm.
later on. But I think he's starting off, pretty well. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I enjoy Xavier. To me, I guess for me, he's a bit of a breath of fresh air for me. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And so I think that's more so why I like him so much.
Yeah.
Um, shoot. And then, like I said, the Ro James, man, like I said, you gotta
Yeah,
listen
Roach.
to him to understand him, you know?
Yeah, I like
So,
Roach James. Yeah.
and then, like I said, Division's good writing music. Pretty much, like I said, those two songs, Mood and Too Deep, are pretty much the
Mhm.
ones I listen to all the time. I actually are on my playlist, you know? But,
Yeah.
yeah, like you said about Georgia Smith, it's the same thing I was saying, like, you know,
Yeah.
and she needs to find a lane that she needs to be in. And then BJ's always gonna be something, but BJ needs to get to that lane where if he gets
Yeah.
sticks in that soulful lane that he in right now, and he make a
Yeah.
whole album about it, bruh,
Yeah.
he gonna get like I think he's
Yeah.
gonna get Grammy acclaim. I think he's gonna be really good.
Yeah.
Um, I
Yeah.
think people. That's another thing. I think people get lost in the fact with numbers
Hmm.
and want to be this big, huge artist. You don't need to be a big, huge artist as an R&B guy, man. If you got your own folks, bro.
Hmm.
Um, perfect example of that. Light skinned guy, Eric Roberson.
Yeah. Yeah. Eric Roach.
Yeah, bro. Like Eric Roberson, dope for years, and he has
Yeah.
his own sound.
Yeah. He's a
His
dope
own
songwriter. Yeah.
dope songwriter, and
Yeah.
always had his little fan base. That's all you need, bro. You don't
Hmm.
need this big, huge thing or because once you start trying to be this big, huge thing, they start trying to change you. Nah, man,
Hmm.
don't let nobody change who you are. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's why that's
Yeah.
why I
That's
pretty
what.
much.
Yeah. That's what I like about Music Soul Child as well. He never, changed a lot for the
Mm.
industry. And Eric Roberson did write a lot of songs for him as well.
Yeah, he
Uh,
did.
yeah, previous cats, and I forgot the other song. Merry-Go-Round on the first album. He wrote
I know he
that.
wrote previous cats.
Yeah, he wrote previous
Now,
cats.
look, now I'm listening to the lyrics, and I'm like, dang, that is Eric Roberson right there.
Yeah, he wrote a lot of stuff on there. So a lot of people don't
Oh,
know. Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
shit, yeah, he dropped the gem on me, Steve. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I
He
missed
wrote
that one.
Yeah, he wrote a lot of stuff on his first album as well. He was Soul
Mhm.
Child. So, yeah, so it's been a good talk. Talk about these artists, and I
Oh, no
appreciate
problem, man.
appreciate you being on this episode. These R&B artists. So I hope you have a blessed evening.
You too, sir. Hey, man, anytime, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Oh,
available, man. Just let me know. Hit me up.
yeah.
I'll jump on the next one if you want to start another one. It's on you.
Okay, cool. All right. You take care.
You too, boy.
All right, be blessed. All right. All
Mhm.
right.